Tom Homan, who's now in Minnesota and also met with the governor. President Trump sending Homan there after a second deadly incident involving federal agents. Reporters asking the president if he believes last weekend's shooting of Alex Preddy was justified. He points to the investigation.
I'm going to be watching over it. I want a very honorable and honest investigation. I have to see it myself.
Also calling what happened a sad situation, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry says he made clear to Homan the city will not enforce federal immigration laws. The administration has argued fewer federal agents would be needed on the ground with cooperation from state and local law enforcement. There's been a shooting involving Border Patrol and a suspect near the Mexican border in Arizona. One person in critical condition. The FBI says it's investigating an alleged assault on a federal officer. President Trump is now in Iowa.
You know, I'm going around. And I'm going around because hopefully we win the midterms.
Beginning weekly trips aimed at heading off typical midterm losses for the party in power.
It's very scary because like it's 2 out of 50 years or something like that.
That's right.
For some reason, when a president wins, Republican or Democrat, even if they're a good president.
The president stopping at a restaurant before giving a speech soon outside Des Moines. Consumer confidence sinking to its lowest level since 2014 in the Conference Board's index.
Consumers' short-term future expectations for their income, business conditions, and the job market are lower, and they're less likely to say jobs are plentiful and easy to get. Republicans and Democrats both expressed lower consumer confidence than last month. The biggest drop is among independents.
Fox's Chris Foster. A mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow dropping 409 points at the bell, but new highs for the S&P. America is listening to Fox News.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Three brothers from Miami are on trial in New York over sex trafficking allegations.
Federal prosecutors in Manhattan say real estate agents Tal and Orrin Alexander, along with their brother Alon, would meet women at bars, clubs, or online, lure them to various destinations with the promise of luxury accommodations before assaulting them. But charges go beyond assault and rape to include engaging in a sex trafficking conspiracy. Attorneys for the brothers argue the government is prosecuting consensual acts and that they are overcharging by alleging trafficking. Aside from the charges, lawsuits have been filed by more than 20 women alleging they were assaulted by the brothers, and prosecutors say some of their violence even dates back to acts committed in high school in Miami. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Two governors are sounding off on the White House holding up funding for a major transportation project.
New Jersey Democratic Governor Mikey Sherrill is saying the economies of her state and New York will suffer if the Gateway Tunnel project isn't funded. In a statement, she called the president's holdup of the money illegal. President Trump, as the government shutdown began last October, declared the project terminated and pulled back the $16 billion for it. Work that has continued on the tunnels could stop as early as next week if the money isn't restored. New York Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul added in her own statement that jobs and economic benefits lost seem to be only collateral damage to the president.
Fox's Gernal Scott. The Buffalo Bills have a new head coach promoting offensive coordinator Joe Brady.
Since Brady became offensive coordinator in November of 2023, the Bills posted the best regular season record in the NFL, 31-10. In the same time frame, Buffalo has scored the second most points. And this year, the Bills were tied with the Rams for the most games with at least 30 points.
Fox's Jared Max. 3 NFL teams still have a head coaching vacancy: the Raiders, Browns, and Cardinals. Again, the Dow finishes in the red, but the S&P with a new record. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Keaton Wagler continuing his campaign for Big Ten Freshman of the Year with a deep three.
Scoring over 85 a game in the streak. Wagler, a big reason why, gets to the rim, and he's got his first two. The pick-and-pop three-point actions from the Illini. Step back three for Wagler. A little jab step to get space from Clough, and Wagler delivers again. Ivisic back it goes to Wagler, 5 to shoot. Wagler again doing the work. Back up three. Hits it again. Come on. Here's Wagler again for three, and it's good. Come on. 19 in the first half for Keaton Wagler. Here's Wagler. 7 seconds and counting. He'll launch the contested three, and he'll hit it again. 24 for Wagler. Another opportunity. Here's Wagler picking up where he left off. 27 for Keaton Wagler. Wagler to work. Spins. The pirouette, and it rolls home, and Illinois leads. 6 to shoot for Wagler. The three up and good. And a chance for one more at the line. There's Wagler around the screen. Sets three. It's good. It's 40. It's the most any visiting player has ever scored. 6 on the shot clock. Wagler, the attack, and he's got 2 more. 44 for the freshman.
You guys didn't get a good read on Keaton Wagler right there, then you missed it, because that's him.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear.
Yes, sir. ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. If he wasn't a superstar before Saturday, fellas, he certainly is now. Keaton Wagler, I know you talked a lot about him yesterday. Those highlights courtesy of Fox Sports. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Cooper O'Kelly back in studio as well. It is The Drive.
Hi.
Howdy, sir. It feels like it's been forever since we've seen each other.
Oh, it has been forever. I feel a lot more laid back today than I did yesterday.
You know what? I listened to the tape. I went back and went through the. I went back and listened, like an ex-NFL player going through film, and
like a proud pappy.
Yeah, you did all right. You did okay. Yeah.
The hardest thing is the transitions into commercials. As you're trying to talk and figure out, okay, where are we going to go commercial? Do I have it turned up? Am I good on the right spot? That's tough.
I really thought that Cooper probably did everything, but I could tell when you were doing stuff.
He did most of it.
I felt like Cooper was running the board, and, you're shaking your head. No, Coop, you didn't run the board at all.
No, I didn't.
No, you guys did just fine without me. This place didn't burn down at all. It was wonderful. Good to be back with you.
There was a little fire in the back, but
I actually believe that. I don't think you're lying about that. So let's pick up and from see, I'm back. Let's pick up from yesterday. Let's talk about the Illini, not just the win, because I know you guys covered the win and where they are now, number 9 nationally. Did you talk enough or at all about the post-game fun and activities that went on with some of the players?
With, like, water spraying? And...
Yeah, that was part of it.
Well, I mean, I saw the normal stuff that they typically do. Did I miss something?
Well, there was what might be... Before we talk about who is arguably the best freshman the Illini have ever had in Keaton Wagler, this might be the most all-time quote I've ever heard from an Illini player in David Merkovich.
I mean, probably, I'm not saying, but probably my team wouldn't be able to win without me, and just that thought, and I'm not playing, even Northwestern game or this game, and me not playing and we lose in some situation, but we probably wouldn't against Northwestern. But if we lost today and I wasn't playing, I would kill myself probably. Just I had that thought, and that's it.
I can tell by the look on your face, it appears that maybe that's the first time you heard that. Is that correct?
I missed that one.
You missed that one.
That one slipped through the cracks on me. My Lord.
Yeah, Merck said that, and what?
I mean, hey, listen, the guy loves ball. It's everything is basketball, and the rest is just details. You know what I mean? This feels like one of those big dog shirts that you got to have.
Big dog shirts. Bone Cold Steve Barkin. I still have it somewhere in my closet. Our guy Coleman Hawkins tweeted at. I can't remember who it was from was it Glenn? I think it was Glenn from WCIA3 that had the quote. He's asked David about, his performance and playing hurt, and that's the quote that came out. But Hawkins is like, I think bro's serious. I was like,
dude, that's an intense quote. I thought you were going to play the Jake Davis quote.
Jake Davis is bleeped out, but that's the other one. Those were the two big quotes.
Did you? I got that one.
Yeah, Jake.
Like PR team stressing over there, bro.
Well, that's it. Shout out to our guy Derek Brunson. I hope he's doing okay over there right now. Do you want him to have media training or?
Listen, when you get, Jake has no excuse.
Jake has no excuse.
No excuse. The European guys, it's like, okay, you really do have to try and figure out, okay, what is a cultural divide on what, like, you might say something like that, overseas in Montenegro or whatever, and it's not that, whatever. It means something different. It's a little lost in translation. So
I hope so.
Ultimately, what he's trying to convey is, if I'm able to play, I owe it to my team to be able to play. I don't think he's saying they can't win without me, even though that
kind of came across though on one.
Yeah, I don't think that's in his heart what he believes. I think he trusts the team. And then on the flip side, just the sincerity of, if I could have played but chose not to, and then the team lost, like that would be devastating. Like
sure.
I would blame myself, and I don't want to go through that.
I would be sad. Works a little bit better than.
Hey, he's learning a new language, man.
That's fair. You got to give him. But also, part of that quote that I think I'm going to say forever, and I'm going to use it when I do something maybe a little off the wall, or my brain isn't working and like the hamster falls off the wheel, I'm just going to be like,
I had that thought and that's it.
I had that thought and that's it. I'm going to save that one.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm going to,
Maybe he should say that from now on. That's your new response. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
217-359-2255. That's your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. But that quote, I was like, holy cow. It's
a good one. I missed that one.
Well, there you go. And it'll exist forever now. And especially with me, because I have fun with sound, right?
Yeah.
So anytime maybe if something really bad happens, whatever it is in life, now I can just...
If we lost today, and I would kill myself probably.
I'll just save that, Save that quote. Next year,
man.
Ben Johnson and the Bears are back at Soldier Field, and they lose week 1 to the Packers. I can just play that clip, and it'll make me feel better.
Listen.
And then you can be like, Curtis, don't say those sort of things, and I'll just be like,
I had that thought, and that's it.
I had that thought, Evan, and that's it.
Well, you won't have to play that next year for Ben Johnson and the Packers.
No,
so just go ahead.
You're never going to lose to the Packers ever again. Ever. Our guy Kyle Tosk from Illini Inquirer is going to join us in the next 10 minutes on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. I'm looking forward to that because I want to talk. Kyle, he made the trip. He braved the weather. He went to Mackey Arena like some of our other friends, and he returned safely.
Yeah. Yep.
But he was there, had the first-hand experience, but I do want to ask him about some of that post-game stuff. Here's the overwhelming response to that quote from Merck that I saw on socials, Evan. It was, that's what I want to see and hear out of Illini players. Yeah, they'll do anything to win. I'm like,
where's the team psych?
Hold on now.
Can we check? Can somebody give David a hug?
Yeah. Well, hey, I was going to ask you, with what you do at the university, can you be like, hey, Phil, I think you need to go talk to Merck today. He said some messed up stuff in the postgame, and I'm a little worried about him.
I'm sure somebody has mentioned something to David that you cannot talk about unaliving yourself in postgame interviews.
To be a fly on the wall for Underwood to have that conversation with the kid. I can only imagine how that went.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I doubt Underwood did. That got dropped down the...
It was very low on the to-do list, you think?
Yeah, that feels more like maybe an Orlando thing or,
Yeah.
I don't think Brad is
I feel like somebody needs to give you the phone call. You need to get that call.
Yeah, let me work
Be
on
like, Evan,
let me call in.
We need you. Coop, what did you think, man, when you heard that?
I was just in shock, honestly.
Like,
yeah, and hearing it like with his accent, it just caught me so off guard that I never would have expected that to be how he was feeling.
There's something, I'm telling you, he's a character, man. There's something between this and the ghost face tattoo he's got on his thigh, and it's not even Ghostface from Scream. It's from the What's Up from Scary Movies.
What's up?
We talked about that. It's like that movie came out at least 4 or 5 years before he was even born. But he's
got to be more than that.
Got to be 2000, I think, is when that came out. So
yeah, he's got to be a.
If he's a freshman, was he 18, 19, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coop,
Math is failing me right now.
Coop, what was the vibe like on campus from other fans and other students about that quote? Did you, or any buddies that you talked to, like, hey man, did you hear what Merck said today?
Yeah, so I watched the game with all my buddies just in our apartment, and we were scrolling Twitter after it, trying to find all the clips, whatever. My first friend, that found it, just started dying laughing over in the corner of the room. We're like, what could possibly be so funny? He started airplaying on our TV, and everybody just started freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he just said that.
Yeah, and it is really probably just a big nothing burger, right? But it is interesting that because I was like, have I ever heard another player just kind of nonchalantly say that? Another college athlete? I couldn't come up with anybody. Or nothing that would be kind of funny to play on the air anyways. But I said, we're going to talk with Kyle here in just a few. All right, Keaton Wagler, best freshman in Illini history. I say strong, probably. Man.
Listen, the year's not over yet.
Yeah.
So he's still, there's a lot of Big Ten games and some tournament stuff left to play, but he's definitely trending that way.
Whew.
I mean, he's definitely headed in the direction that I feel comfortable saying that. Now, I know a lot of guys, a lot of old heads are going to come in and they, a lot of basketball lore.
Pick a year, pick a generation that maybe they're looking at the Flying Illini or somebody from the 05 team. I don't know. I'm making this up off the top of my head, but somebody will come in and say something. But my goodness, to do what the young man's doing.
Yeah.
You know what we haven't mentioned? I haven't heard one person mention Kylan Boswell and him not being a part of the last 2 games, because everybody had Purdue winning that game anyways before Kylan's injury. And the Vegas odds makers kicked it up a nice notch on Friday. So to have that sort of performance from Keaton Wagler, we talked about somebody's going to step up. Who's going to handle the defensive assignments? We were curious about that. Scoring, you knew they were going to score, but 46. I mean, in that environment too, at every moment you could possibly have it. Pretty impressive stuff, man.
Yeah, I felt there was a quote somewhere. I can't remember who it was. It may have been our guy Kyle Tosk in his post-game pod.
Mm-hmm.
The environment seemed to affect everyone except 18-year-old Keaton Wagler.
How about that, too? He never looked panicked, never looked frustrated or flustered. No. Smooth. That's the word, just smooth.
Hits that opening drive layup.
And that was it.
Gets
to
the hole. Yeah. And then, Purdue jumps out to, 8-2 lead right after that. And you're starting to think, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And then as cool as the other side of the pillow, as our guy Stuart Scott used to say.
The great one.
Yeah, pour one out.
Mm-hmm.
He just comes and starts knocking down threes, step backs, crossovers, moving with the ball. That's the thing, is he can create his own shot so smoothly.
We watched him do that several times on Saturday. 1 foot in, step back. I don't know how many times he hit a step back three. Or how many times he just hit that step back jumper. Didn't matter who was in his face, whether it was Braden Smith or whoever. It was fantastic.
I mean, he's one of the best that I've seen at creating his own shot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of guys that if you get them open, they would hit. There's a lot of guys that, I think of when you think of Ayo, like Ayo's ability to get to the elbow.
Yeah.
And then hit just kind of a pull-up jumper from the elbow was almost at times unguardable.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence's ability to get to the hole, but if you got in front of Terrence, if you for the most part kept Ayo from going right, they would struggle a little bit.
Yeah,
I've yet to see in depth what Keaton struggles at to create his own shot.
It's a great point. That's a fantastic point, Evan. 217-359-2255. Kind of echoing your point in regards to Io. Kenny on the text line says, when Io got hurt a few years ago, everybody thought it was doom and gloom, but the Illini went on a 3-0 run while Io was out. That's true.
Yeah. I also want to say you brought up the 04-05 team.
Mm-hmm.
No freshmen.
No
really
real
on
freshmen
that
on that team.
Rich McBride got some run, but that was it.
That was it, yeah. Who else we got on the text line? Our guy Ty from Assumption still can't believe how under-recruited Wagler was. You know, hindsight is 2020. Glad we got him. Yeah.
Did you know he only had 2 scholarship offers coming out of high school? One to Minnesota and one to Illinois.
Yeah.
Anybody else know that?
Yeah.
I think I've heard that on TV.
I don't know if you've heard that or not, but that's his. My man. Yeah, I've heard that one too. I've heard that as well. So they're Ty and Assumption chiming in. Matt and Sydney. He's talking about Merck on the text line here. Matt and Sydney, I really feel he is genuinely trying to show how much he cares. Yes, I think that is what Merck is doing. I agree. But you know what? At first I didn't have that thought, but now
I had that thought.
No, I got it. Yeah, that's it. I got that thought now.
And that's it.
That's it. We're going to talk with our guy, the great one, Kyle Toss, coming up in just a few. Keep the text coming. 217-359-2255. Kyle Tosk up next on The Drive.
We have a New Year's resolution at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Oh, good idea, Paul.
We're going to pump you up
with savings this January, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I like it, but that line's already taken. Let's keep it simple. We have stainless steel French door refrigerators starting at $1,600 for the entire month of January.
How about shed those holiday pounds with savings at Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, but does that really make sense?
Not really.
Let's just shoot straight. We have stainless steel interior dishwashers starting at $450 a pop.
How about we use this music to get the people moving?
Well, hey, copyright violation. That is a good tune, though. But let's not take away from the fact that we have electric and gas dryers starting at $479 and ranges at $549 a piece.
Hey, I got an idea.
Let's hear it.
Come on into Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, where our New Year's sale prices will last longer than your New Year's resolution.
That's actually pretty good and relatable.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future. Because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
New year, new you. But what about that mountain of junk? Start fresh with 2 men in a junk truck. We'll swoop in like clutter superheroes, furniture, boxes, appliances, you name it, gone. No stress, no heavy lifting, just more room to breathe. Garage disaster, back bedroom chaos. We've seen it all, and we'll haul it all. So kick off the year with space that feels brand new. Book today at 2meninajunktruck.com. 2 men in a junk truck. Junk removal made simple and way less awkward than asking your brother-in-law for help.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Maine and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. And nephew Coop is in studio. Cooper O'Kelly, our intern from the Champagne Room. Doing good over there, Coop?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, good. Good. He's working hard. So the other day we were a little concerned in, I don't know, I guess sort of a big brother role, although maybe our next guest wouldn't think of us that way. We wanted him to get back and forth from Mackey safely.
Oh, I trusted him.
You did?
Yeah, I knew he's fine.
Yeah.
People overblow weather on the roads.
Do they do what now to the weather on the roads?
They overblow it.
When has that ever happened?
Well, I don't know. I got new tires and all-wheel drive, so I feel superior to everyone currently.
You're like somebody just bought a new air fryer or something, huh? Yeah.
Well,
I bet you got an air fryer before anybody. I bet you got one before the pandemic, didn't you? Like 2019, you got an air fryer.
I got one in my oven.
You got an air fryer in your
So I don't even need its own.
Well, let's talk air fryers and Illini hoops with our next guest.
Nobody knows Illini basketball like the great and powerful Tosk.
From Illini Inquirer, an alum of this station and a friend to us all, the great Kyle Tosk is on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing all right. You made it back and forth from Mackey, so that's good. How was the ride back? Let's start there and then work backwards, sir.
It was okay. It was dark, and we kind of had to wind on some darker roads for a little while to get back to 74. So the visibility was honestly the worst part. The roads hadn't gotten too bad yet, but we made it back fine, and boy, was it a worthy trip to make.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the atmosphere and Keaton Wagler, obviously. I mean, it was an all-timer, man. Where do you even start with that performance? Just incredible stuff.
Amazing. I mean, truly amazing stuff. To do that in that building, in that environment as a freshman is just remarkable. And I couldn't believe watching it just because it was early in the game. I think that was the most impressive part of it was Mackey Arena can just swallow you up, and that's why Purdue's had so much success there. Like, it was legit. I was curious if it was going to live up to the hype in terms of noise level environment. It did. It absolutely did, especially early in the game. And Purdue was scoring early, and Illinois had some struggles defensively, and it felt like for 4 of the 5 guys on the floor for Illinois early in the game, it kind of did swallow them up a little bit. But there was one guy that it didn't, and it was the 18-year-old freshman who just kept making shots to keep Illinois afloat early in the game. Was just as cool, calm, collected as you'll ever see in that environment while Purdue was scoring early and just kept Illinois right there. And then the consistency in which he did it throughout the game. He puts up 24 in the first half, scores 19 of the first 21 for Illinois to even give him a chance. And if he didn't do that, Purdue was going to be up 15-17 early in the first half. And we've seen the last couple times Illinois has been there, that's a death sentence for you in that building. But then to come out of halftime, pick up right where you left off, and just continue to make these tough shots and create shots, handle the ball every time down the floor. And he got tired by the end of the game, but it didn't stop him. And when Purdue finally made the adjustment to say, we are not letting this guy beat us for the final 4 minutes, he just made every right play over the last 4, set up guys for shots, just was so in command of the game. It was as impressive of an individual performance as I can remember watching in college basketball, given not only what he did, the efficiency in which he did it, but also the place that he did it against the opponent he did it against. Because Braden Smith on the other side, 27, 12, and 1 turnover, about as well as he can play, and he wasn't even close to the best player on the floor.
Kyle, I hate to bring up any sort of negativity, but I want to go back to something you just mentioned, that maybe the moment was a little bit too much for the other 4 guys on the floor at one point. We haven't said anything about Andrej Stojakovic today or since Saturday, really, and he had quite a rough game, especially coming off a 30-point performance against Maryland.
Yeah, look, I think you don't spend much time on that given what Keaton did. I don't think he needed Andre that much. And I think it ended up turning into a tougher matchup for him because even though Purdue was switching everything, they were loading up on his drives. Like, they had a weak side help defender come across the paint, had to try and shut him off. And he had a couple times early in the game where he just couldn't really get inside and turned it over a couple times. And I think the game just kind of pretty immediately felt like, all right, this is Keaton's game. And with what Purdue's doing in switching everything and the success that Keaton's having, this doesn't really need to be an Andre game. I do think you got to give Andre credit on a game in which he had a really rough offensive game. And look, didn't have a great game guarding Braden Smith, but I do think, he made some of those shots tough. I don't think he was getting cooked by Braden Smith. I just think it was more so that's just what Purdue does, and I think he's got hung up on some screens, but I think it's a tougher matchup for him on that standpoint. I thought he played really hard. He had 2 big offensive rebounds in the second half, another big rebounding game for him. I think the good part about Andre is we know he can score 30. We just saw it against Maryland. But when he's not doing that, he's no longer completely disappearing from a game. And I think that's what you hope for is kind of the evolution of his role on this team, because there will be other nights where he's a lot more involved offensively. It was just clear early in that game that it was going to be Keaton's game and pretty much Keaton's game only. And he struggled a little bit when he did have chances, but I think it was tough for him to ever really get into a rhythm.
Okay, couple of things. First of all, how loud were the groans from the crowd every time Keaton hit another shot?
Extremely. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was crazy. And I think not only just that, but yeah, Keaton kept making shots. You could audibly hear the groans, and you could see people throwing their hands up, what more can we do here? But then I'll also say it was with about 4.5 minutes left, and this doesn't have anything to do with Keaton's shot making, more so Illinois as a team. About 4.5 minutes left, the place was really loud, and it felt like at that point Purdue led by 5, just had the feel in the building of okay, Purdue's going to do what they always do. They're going to make this late run. This place is going to just overwhelm the opponent down the stretch of the game, and Purdue's going to close this game out. And it was in an instant, those 4 threes go in, and the place goes from just as loud and ruckus as you can imagine to a stunned silence of what just happened? Because now Illinois leads by 5. It was crazy how quick the place turned down the stretch of that game. But yeah, it was. I think there were some frustrated fans there when Keaton's 9th 3 went in. No question.
Well, I feel like I've been on the other side of that a few times, and it's just are you kidding me? And then you talk about, okay, maybe early on the building, the atmosphere, it swallowed some other guys up, but not Keaton. I think just as you bring up, and this is what I was going to ask next, those four threes at the end, I think Keaton's game, Keaton's play, and Keaton's confidence was contagious and rubbed off on the other guys. So then at the end of the game, when he does make the right passes and you see Jake and David and Tommy's 2 threes, all of a sudden their confidence, when Tommy hadn't scored all game.
Yeah.
And then he knocks down 2 huge threes. What does that say about this team as a whole?
I couldn't agree more with that. I think you're spot on. You can feel that. I do think early in the game, some of those other guys, were just a little bit panicked and sped up a little bit. And there's one guy on the floor that isn't. And I think his demeanor and his calmness in that situation does start to reverberate throughout the rest of the team as the game goes on. There becomes a realization for those other guys on the floor. Okay, we've got a killer. We've got a guy who's totally unfazed that we can trust with the ball. Now we just got to do our part here. When we have an opportunity, when we need to take pressure off him, whenever that time comes, you just start to settle in mentally a little bit. And I think you saw that once you got down the stretch of the game there with those guys, where it felt like as you went through the game, for as amazing as Keaton had been, and the fact he had 42 points in the first 32 minutes of the game, you did feel like you're going to have to get some reinforcements here. Illinois is not going to win this game. At some point, somebody else is going to have to step up and help him. And I do think that that's ultimately what you saw from those other guys. And I do think Keaton was a big part of it, because you just see how in command that guy is the entire time. And you have no choice as his teammate to be man, there's nothing for me to be afraid of here. We got the best player on the floor. I just got to help him out. I just got to be there, make the right play, make the shot when it's there for me. And I just think there was a lot of confidence around the team in being around that Keaton performance and realizing what was happening. Then you saw 3 guys step into some really confident shots there down the stretch. and make them, and those were just humongous shots. And really, Tomislav Ivičić is turning into a really clutch shot maker for this team. And it's even in games, like you said, where he has really done nothing prior, he'll still step up really confidently late and take some big shots. We saw it against Nebraska. I know you ultimately gave up the buzzer beater there, but we saw it against Ohio State, Northwestern, now this game. He's got a lot of confidence in those situations, but I think Keaton is kind of the one that creates that for everybody.
So now we get into the meat of the schedule. I mean, we've been in it, but now you got, like, this week is huge in the Big Ten landscape. Starting tonight with Nebraska at Michigan, and then Michigan plays Michigan State, and then Illinois, they get Washington on Thursday, but then this weekend they go out to Lincoln. I asked our guests yesterday on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. I will ask you too. Over under on losses for the Big Ten champion, 3.5.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I could see either way. I'm gonna say the champs 17-3. I'm gonna go under.
That is such a good team. Yeah.
Yeah, I think really any number of these top teams can do it. Nebraska, if they just split this week against Michigan and Illinois, which I think should probably be doable for them, then I think they have a pretty darn good chance to get to 17-3 because their only game against a Big Ten title contender left would be at home against Purdue at that point. So, and I think Michigan State's just so consistent. Like, they went 17-3 last year. I think Illinois certainly could do it too. So, and Michigan, you beat Nebraska tonight. They have a really tough schedule down the stretch of the year. I just think one of those teams emerges at 17. That's what I'm going to say. Not much confidence in it, though.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis at 7 on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. He just made me jump scare a little bit there. Kyle Toss from Illini Inquirer. Kyle, is any of the post-game stuff that happened with Merkovich or Jake, does it matter at all, or is it just a couple of funny little nothing burgers?
I mean, I think it's kind of who this team is a little bit. Like, it's who those guys are, at least. I mean, David Merkovich will just say whatever he's thinking. Like, I get excited for his post games because I have no idea what he's going to say. Like, it's kind of Coleman Hawkins like. Yeah. Like, Coleman kind of had that same quality where it's like, I don't know what he's going to say, but it's going to be entertaining. And I think he's just a funny guy. I don't think he meant any harm by the statement that he made. Probably should have said it differently. I think that's just him. Like, that's what he thought. Like, that's what his mental mindset is. And I think they were having some fun, man. That was a meaningful win. I think those guys were just kind of letting it out a little bit.
And I think that's perfectly fine, man. I really do. I think after you have a win like that against an opponent that you're not supposed to beat, and you win in that way, you're going to blow off some steam. Biggest win of the year so far for these guys. So let's turn our attention to the Washington game, which I have heard trap game more than once since Sunday morning.
Cooper thinks we're going to lose.
Cooper? Hold on, I'm not even. That's the reason I turned his mic.
That is not what I said.
You got to be kidding me.
I
Cooper.
said it's a potential trap game because it's in between two very important.
Well,
I
that's
saw
all.
his mic
I did
off,
not.
and I was like,
all right,
I'm going to say something.
Nephew Cooper's mic's getting turned back off now. Kyle, any thoughts on this Washington game at home being a potential trap game for the Illini?
I think it's fair to worry about that. It sets up as that for sure. I mean, you come off the most emotional win of your season and a guy having just an out-of-this-world level performance, and you've got a game that's going to go a long way in the Big Ten title race with kind of that revenge angle on the mind. Like, I'm sure these guys have looked forward to that Nebraska rematch coming up on Sunday, so it is kind of just sandwiched in there on a Thursday night late tip. I think it's valid. I do think this team, just to me personally, and somebody could disagree with this, I feel like I have a lot more confidence in this team to avoid those letdowns than maybe some past teams. I just think when you have a guy that just is as steady as Keaton, like, I don't have any worry about how he's going to come into this game. He's going to make 9 threes Thursday? Absolutely not. I'd be shocked if he did. I won't put it past him. I don't think it's going to happen. But his demeanor, like, I don't think the volatility for a guy like him is almost anywhere like any freshman we've seen. And I think just this team has shown a consistency and an ability to, even within a game, they had a couple slow first halves against Maryland and Minnesota. Ultimately, they just have too much talent and shot making that you play 40 minutes and this team usually takes care of business. So I'm not as worried about it with this group as I would have been for a team like last year's or 3 years ago. Like, some of those teams were prone to, which version are we going to get tonight? If it's a trap spot, I'm a little concerned. I don't have that concern as much with this team, and Washington has really struggled for the most part here when they've stepped up in competition. They're coming across the country. They are getting here earlier in the week, but that travel has been tough on those West Coast teams. So I think Illinois should not have much trouble, even if maybe it's a slow half. Ultimately, I think they take care of it.
Yeah, so Kyle, big week for you. You go to Mackey for the first time and get to see that. And then they use your voice in the cinematic highlight recap of the game.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah. They used a clip from Kyle on his podcast. So, I mean, like, you've really made it, dude. You're like a real adult now, man.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
So then, in some ways, yeah.
But no, that's cool. That's like the third time that I've been used in a video. So I guess that's how you know you made it, huh?
Hey, you're up there, man. Sunday in Lincoln, are you going out there for that one, or are you sticking here in the 217?
I will not be in Lincoln on Sunday. Just a little bit too long of a trip that would interfere with some school responsibilities that I have. So Jeremy and Joey are heading to that one. I'll be back here, but should be a heck of a game.
See, you are a real adult.
He's responsible.
That's a responsible decision.
He's responsible.
I will say this: as we get closer and closer to Sunday, everybody talks about Mackey and how obviously Mackey is one of the toughest places in the country to go win. The way that student section is right on top of you, how loud it gets. Nebraska's field house is it's getting up there. I mean, that place is intense and it's crazy loud, and they do a great job. So it's not the Nebraska of old going out there to Lincoln to play.
Definitely not. No, you're absolutely right. They've been pretty outstanding there at home here over the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, it was just 2 years ago they went 10-0 there in that building. Obviously, they haven't lost this year because they haven't lost a game in general, but that place has been really tough, and that place gets really loud, and they shoot it really well there. I mean, the 3-point shooting splits for a team that is as 3-point reliant as they are, they've really for the last 3 or 4 years have shot it like 5 or 6% better at home in that building. So that's going to be a tough one. I mean, it's almost equally as daunting a task as this one was this past Saturday. Obviously, you're not going against an individually dominant player like Braden Smith, but Bryce Sanford is playing really well, and Illinois remembers how he played in Champaign and how quickly he can heat up. Rink Mast is really, really good. They're just such a connected team that executes so well, and just has so much chemistry together. And I think you go back to that matchup when they came here to Champaign, you could see that immediately with them, and I don't think Illinois at that point had quite gotten to that point yet. And I think now, since that game, that was kind of an inflection point on Illinois' season. Since that game, this team has really taken off. I think this is a different Illinois team and a better Illinois team. Now you are missing Kyle Boswell, which I think will continue to be important, even if you didn't necessarily feel it and we gloss over it so much because Illinois won the game Saturday. It's still a really important loss here going forward. But I think this Illinois team is in a better place than they were when they hosted Nebraska. Now the question is, can you figure out an answer defensively that you didn't hear? Can you slow down Bryce Sanford, not let him get comfortable early? And can you continue to be the best offense in the country and score more than they can in a place where they score quite a few points? So it should be a fun matchup and one that has a lot of Big Ten title implications, which you wouldn't have said seeing this schedule early in the season, but that might be one of the most important games in the entire conference season on Sunday.
You set the stage perfectly, my friend. Kyle, where can they find you on the socials?
At KTOS13.
All right, man. You enjoy the rest of your week. We'll find out what happens over the next 2 games, and we'll talk again very, very soon.
Sounds great. Appreciate you guys.
All right, that's our guy, Kyle Tosk from Illini Inquirer on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Text just rolled in from the 217 that says, Kyle is my hero. I should have told Kyle that. Kyle, you are someone's hero. You know what? You're our hero too, buddy. We appreciate you. Yeah, lots of great insight there. And, Cooper, I'm going to put your mic back on. Okay, you're out of timeout. Because Kyle agreed. You could see why that could be a possible trap game on Thursday.
That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah. That same 217 texter said, "Where's the Ben love? I swear people only hate on him.
On
Great
Humrick
defense.
House?
Yeah, and
Not
rebounding
here.
and 2 clutch threes. I'm as the president of the Ben Humrick House fan club. I agree. Here's what I've learned with Ben. I don't want Ben shooting wide open threes. I feel like
go there. Go ahead and explain why.
I feel like he is such a better shooter when he's got a guy in his face. When he gives a little pump and then that little sidestep, when he does, coming off a screen and there's a guy right there. A lot of the shots that he has been getting have been, there's been a lot of kickouts where he's wide open. There's been a lot of fast breaks where he's kind of on the edge. I think he's more comfortable shooting when there's a hand right there in his face, because those are the 2 big threes that he hit. He had a guy right. I mean, they're good shots.
I just think Ben's is an underrated perimeter shooter. He's an underrated defender. I think that's one of the strongest parts of his game, if not the strongest part of his game. And no Humrick House hate here. This is the house of Humrick House on this show.
Do you want to know the problem with Ben?
What's the problem with Ben?
He's not Marcus Damask. That's what people wanted. We got another white guy from a small level school. He's going to be Marcus Damask, and he's not. They just have completely different games, and people, I think it's taken them a long time to understand that.
Lots of text rolling in, 217-359-2255. We will get to your text. Keep them coming on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. And by the way, one of your favorite head coaches of all time, Evan Stone, was just introduced earlier today, about an hour and a half ago, with his new team, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, we talked about Mike quite a bit yesterday.
Well, there's something I heard a little bit of what you said about McCarthy, and coming up in the next, we'll say 20 minutes or so, I'm going to play you a clip. I want to see if it affects how you feel about Mike McCarthy at all. Okay, all right.
Okay.
See if we can quell some of that McCarthy hate. And hey, it's Tuesday. That means it's draft day, man. We haven't even talked about that yet.
Draft day.
It is draft day. We're going to do what title do we put on this? I said Super Bowl snacks. And then Cooper, I'm going to turn his mic back on. He said, well, what about pizza?
Pizza is not a snack.
He says not a snack. What if you only have a couple slices? Is it a snack or is that a meal?
It's a meal. And we were talking about drinks too.
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl spread.
Super Bowl spread. I like that. What's going on your Super Bowl spread?
4.5 points.
There you go. What? Huh? Oh, we're well done there. Look at him. Look at him. He's getting comfy. He's got little jokes over there. Nephew Coop. I like it. So we're going to do our Tuesday draft coming up in the next 30 minutes or so on the drive.
Okay, dedicated diesel. We have something to tell you today, I guess, huh?
Oh, yeah. I guess what's the saying that life imitates sport or sport imitates life or whatever. And we went through an NIL period. The portal was open and we've done a reset. We've signed a new mechanic in the shop, Austin. Doing great. And we've got another guy coming in, Alex, so we're bringing in the A-team. And we've got a Florida person through the transfer portal, Melissa. She's working out great. She's our Jake Davis. She talks a lot, high IQ, and just high energy all the time. So we're putting together a real good team there. We're going to come out with a new and improved dedicated diesel. Safety lane's going to be open. We're there now for DOT and federal inspections, repairs, tires. We're going to open up the whole thing. Federal inspections are an annual inspection for any commercial vehicle that crosses state lines. A person has to have a DOT number for a commercial vehicle, and we can do those federal inspections now.
The great loud venues in college basketball.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Back, this place an absolute powder. It is Talk about tough buildings, right?
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
Boswell left hand and one.
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank, not a recording, answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 435120.
Bulldog Disposal in Muhammad is excited to introduce a brand new service, the Doggy Bag. It's a 6 cubic yard dumpster bag that's perfect for all your household cleanouts, small remodels, or repairs. Have pieces of an old roof you need to get rid of? Use the Doggy Bag. Have a garage full of junk? Use the Doggy Bag. Bulldog will drop the bag off and let you keep it as long as you need to. Then, once you've got it filled, they'll come back and pick it up. Find out more online at bulldoggybag.com.
Urbana Park District is hiring. Are you looking for a summer gig or a side hustle? With great jobs as a lifeguard, camp counselor, grounds crew, customer service representative, and other opportunities. Young adults getting a first job to boost their resume. Line up a new gig that's convenient right along the MTD bus line. Learn more about the job openings online at urbanaparks.org. Make some money, serve the community, make connections this summer with the Urbana Park District.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Draft day, baby. ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. Thanks again to the great one, Kyle Tosk, for joining us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Super Bowl spread. That's what we're drafting today, Mr. Stone.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you giving it the title. Last week, Kings with No Rings, that was from you.
Hey, listen, I'm on my toes.
Super Bowl spread, you're on it, man.
I'm on my toes, ready to goes.
Y'all let the beat keep going if you want to keep
Smack
rhyming.
you right in the nose.
What else you got? Do you like to go buy a garden hose?
I don't want a hose, but I will strike a pose.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I got, but it's a heck of a long prose. Is prose a word?
Yeah, a prose. Yeah.
It's like a verse, right?
Yeah.
See,
it's like a poem you did there.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were going to do when we rap battled a while back. But no, we just listened to crappy Packers songs.
Yeah, I don't even remember that guy's name now. The Packers rapper. I don't even remember what that dude's name was. Something Adam something? I don't remember. That doesn't matter. No one's paying attention to that guy anyways. Nobody cares about that loser.
You hit that guy over there. We shouldn't have been standing there.
Shouldn't have been standing there. Hey, let's get a quick check of the Illini headlines for today, sir. Hank Beatty has been named to the 27th Academic All-American list. He's number 27 in Illinois football history. Beatty's got a 3.87 GPA as a marketing major at the Geese College of Business. Led the Illini with 1,123 all-purpose yards this past season to earn one of the highest honors in all of college football. Also, as I'm sure you mentioned yesterday, 3 former Illini players are in the Super Bowl. You know that, right? Yeah. Devin Witherspoon, Tommy DeVito, and Verdarian Lowe are going to play in the Super Bowl. Shout out to Fighting Illini rookie Sarah Parchment, who turned in a career day in Illinois' near comeback on the road at Nebraska on Saturday for her performance. The Big Ten office announced her as co-freshman of the week yesterday afternoon. And just her performance last week, Parchment averaged 25 points, 11 boards, and a steal per game. And finally, the Illini men's and women's track and field teams completed the Fighting Illini Challenge and combined events over the weekend. From the UI Armory, Romy Tamir set a new UI Armory record in her triple jump at 13.5 meters, which is also the second best mark in program history and current NCAA number 2 mark for 2026. So not too bad. Those are your Illini headlines. Did you do track?
No.
Not even as okay, well, I've got basketball going on, so now I got to go do some track too or football. Usually that was if you played football, then you did track later on. Nothing?
No.
Not a shot put discus guy?
No, I did. They came to, I went to Jefferson Middle School. Shout out Jags.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a track and field day where you signed up for all the different events, and it was kind of like a check this out, see what they are. And me just not knowing anything, which was my nickname in middle school.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Just I had that thought, and that's it.
Well, I signed up for the 100 meter, the 400 meter, the 800, and the 1600.
That's a lot of meters. How many meters were you going to run there? A couple 100,000 meters?
I just thought, so look at that track. I can run around that track. And I almost died, and I thought I am never doing this again. So no, I never got into track after that.
Heath on the text line says, so who does Evan think he is? Fezzik the Giant? Anybody want a peanut? Yeah, I know that reference. Come on.
I really mean it. Yeah.
Yeah? Did you like that movie?
Nah. Yeah.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Well, I just don't know what was so great about it. I think it was
The
because
Princess
it was
Bride?
Yeah, I think it was such a cult classic that everyone was like, "This is the greatest movie," and then I saw it and I was like, I don't know.
My name is Benicio del Toro. That's not what he says. That's not what he says at all.
Inigo.
It's
Montoya.
Inigo Montoya, but it's fun to say Benicio del Toro.
Oh, okay.
I like Benicio. He's good. New movie, one battle after another with him and DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Laughed a lot.
Did you really?
It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time.
What? Okay, maybe I'll have to check it out.
I know it looks super. It is a comedy.
I said
of comedies.
It looks depressing.
Oh, it's not.
So
Genuine, huge laugh out loud moments, and Del Toro steals the show. If he doesn't win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, something's wrong. I know he got the nomination, but yeah, that movie's hilarious, dude. Very, very funny. All right, we're due for a break, and then news on the way. One of your favorite coaches, wink, wink, Mike McCarthy, got introduced with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's back home. I'm going to play you something in the next 10 minutes, Evan Stone. I want to see if it changes anything about how you feel about old Mike McCarthy, all right?
Okay.
All right, we'll do that next on The Drive.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance. And they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today. 217-586-3863. Or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Within the cities we call home, Busey Bank is more than a name. It's a commitment to your dreams. With Busey, trusted guidance is tailored to empower you every step of the way. Whether it's seamlessly managing your finances or planning for your future, Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868. Member FDIC.
Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service, very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana, or visit pards.com. Pards.com.
They're going to de-escalate in Minnesota. Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump saying that after a protester was shot and killed by federal agents in Minneapolis last weekend.
I think the whole thing is terrible.
The president also telling Fox's Will Cain.
I don't like the fact that he was carrying a gun that was fully loaded and he had 2 magazines with him, and it's pretty unusual. But nobody knows when they saw the gun, how they saw the gun, everything else. Bottom line, it was terrible. Both of them were terrible. The other was terrible, too.
Referring to the killing of Renee Good during a shooting earlier this month. Homeland Security officials have described both incidents as self-defense. The president standing by as DHS secretary, but pulling out to Border Patrol commander and sending Border Czar Tom Homan to Minnesota, where he met today with the governor and the Minneapolis mayor. The president speaking in Iowa, the first stop on weekly trips planned ahead of the midterm elections. A circuit court judge in Virginia just ruling that a proposed constitutional amendment letting Democrats redraw that state's congressional maps was illegal due to a technicality involving the process under state law. It's one of several redistricting fights around the country. Many Senate Democrats are refusing to support a DHS funding bill passed by the House because ICE is part of DHS.
The problem is that DHS funding bill is tied to 5 other funding bills, so if it fails, they all fail. Several House Democrats are urging their colleagues in the Senate to utilize their leverage, even if it means causing a shutdown.
Fox's Bill Mallusion on Capitol Hill. Republicans pointing out that blocking that bill won't stop money for ICE, which is already funded through a previous bill. There's a Friday night deadline to avoid a shutdown. Just getting word, a federal judge in Texas is putting the possible deportation of a 5-year-old boy from Ecuador and his father on hold while a legal fight proceeds over the father's arrest last week in Minnesota. America is listening to Fox News.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
After a public meeting on last year's deadly mid-air collision between a passenger jet and Army helicopter over D.C.,
we should be angry because for years no one listened. This was preventable. This was 100% preventable.
NTSB Chair Jennifer Hamady accusing previous FAA officials of ignoring recommendations and warning signs that change was needed in the crowded airspace. One step forward and then a step back for some of the crews working to restore power to hundreds of thousands, especially in southern states, glazed with ice from last weekend's winter storm.
The concern is as those trees continue to come down, those power lines come down with it too. So maybe some restoration is made and then we're right back to square one.
Fox Weather's Sarah Allegre in Nashville.
We're on this thin line, essentially. As we go through the rest of the week, we could be a little bit above freezing, and that's definitely helping throughout the day. That refreeze overnight puts us in a dangerous territory once again.
The storm's now blamed for more than 30 deaths in multiple states. Airlines also still recovering more than 2,000 cancellations today, more than 4,000 delays. TikTok settles a social media addiction lawsuit just ahead of jury selection today in L.A.
A now 19-year-old identified as KGM and her mother accused social media companies of knowingly creating features that led to the teen's depression, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. The case is being heard in California state court. With TikTok settling and Snapchat's parent company Snap settling last week, the remaining defendants at the first of its kind trial are Meta and Google, the owners of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and YouTube. A rep for Meta tells Fox News, "We strongly disagree with these allegations and are confident the evidence will show our longstanding commitment to supporting young people."
Fox's Chris Foster, Meta, Google, and YouTube all emphasizing parental controls. The Dow dropping more than 400 points today, but a record close for the S&P up 28, and the NASDAQ up 215. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
An NFL coach in a new home is, well, back home. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. This is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Former Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy introduced today with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And just on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you dislike Mike McCarthy, Evan? I'm curious.
I don't actually have crazy strong opinions about Mike McCarthy. I think in this situation right here, woof.
Does it feel like a lateral move to go from Tomlin to McCarthy?
It feels like a downgrade.
Downgrade, even.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels like a downgrade. If Mike McCarthy was going to like Cleveland or even a place like Miami.
Cleveland, home of Pro Bowl quarterback Shedeur
Sanders. I know. Yeah. So you step in there with a Pro Bowl quarterback.
How
Not a
about
lot
that?
of teams have that.
No.
But if he was going somewhere like that, I would feel differently about it. He's going into a place that is like, no, we want to win now. And he just did that in Dallas, and it failed miserably.
I mean, he won every year. He won, except for the last year, I think, in Dallas. I think he had a winning record every year, but ultimately didn't get you to a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott in the prime of his career and with the weapons they had.
Which is what Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin split ways about. Because Mike Tomlin won every year. Never had a losing record.
Ever.
Went to the playoffs, just stopped winning the big one. So now you bring in Mike McCarthy, who, last I checked, has stopped winning the big one.
Coop, can you effort how many games McCarthy has won, or what? Give me his record post Super Bowl win with the Packers. What he's done since then.
Yeah. So after winning, I wrote it down by team. So after winning the Super Bowl in 2010, he ended up going 77-43-1 with the Packers before he was fired, and then in his 5 full seasons with the Cowboys, he went 49-35. Only 6 playoff wins over that span.
6 playoff wins.
Total from all the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Well...
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
Well, here's what we're doing. What we're doing. Because I could play the clip where he says he wants Aaron Rodgers to stick around for another year. He did say that today in his presser. But instead, this is the opening moment, and I want to see if this does anything for you, okay?
All right, here we go. Thank you, Art. I think I thought at least be able to get started. Oftentimes coaches and players, you put on new team colors, and it takes a minute to feel comfortable in those new colors. But to be blessed beyond any measure, one day to put on the colors you wore since you brought home. I apologize. Brett, I told you not to sit my family down here in front. This is so unfair. When you come home from Mercy Hospital, I do want to thank Art Rooney, Omar Khan, Dan Rooney, and the entire Steelers organization for the trust they placed in me to represent one of the most storied franchises in all of sports. I understand and embrace the responsibility, the privilege, and the weight that comes with this stewardship. This city, this franchise, this fan base means the world to me. Because Pittsburgh's my world, and it's just awesome to be back here. I do want to thank 2 men I'm very fortunate to call friends, Mike Tomlin and Bill Cowher. They've represented this organization with such class, and I'm honored to follow in their footsteps. They left the proverbial cupboard full, for sure. My family, my loves, my wife Jessica, kids Alex and Danny, Jack, George, Gabby, and Izzy, my parents, Joe and Ellen McCarthy, my sisters, Kelly, Ellen, and Colleen, and the crew that's here. We can finally openly wear our Steelers swag, so let's get it. My heart is full, my focus is singular, and it's time to bring another championship back to this great city. And with that, I just want to make sure that when we do get that trophy, that the 7th trophy in the case, we'll start that victory parade at 1137 Greenfield Avenue. So,
all right. Oh, you're such a cruel man.
I'm not a cruel man.
Oh, that doesn't pull at your heartstrings a little. He's back home. He's in Pittsburgh. It's his dream job.
Okay.
I even think it was you who said on this show, if I was really planning and putting forth effort today, I would have pulled the clip. But I'm pretty sure it was you that said that, he makes sense as the Pittsburgh guy to go back there and get that job. I think you and I even agreed on that.
No, what I said was he's the only guy that could probably deal with the Aaron Rodgers mess because he's already done it.
That's fair.
That's what I was thinking. If you wanted to keep Aaron Rodgers for another year, he was the only guy that I think that would coexist, work with. But no, if you're going to basically run Mike Tomlin out of town and then bring in a guy who's less successful than Mike Tomlin in the same time frame with more talent, no, I'm out.
I think there was one other part of the presser I wanted to play for you.
Just I had that thought, and that's it.
I mean, listen, Big Def said it too, as a human being, I was touched by his speech. Yeah, sure. Like the idea of a guy going back home, getting a, coach for a team that he grew up in that area, mentioned coming home from Mercy Hospital wearing his black and gold. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Cool. If I'm a Steelers fan, I don't necessarily know what we're doing.
It doesn't seem to, up to this point, at least I haven't seen a lot of inspired thoughts or, excitement from Steelers fans and Steelers media, for that matter. I think I saw there's a guy out in Pittsburgh, his name's Mark Madden, and he seemed less than thrilled. He's covered the Steelers for 35, 40 years, something like that. So, but then today, you get this presser, and now, if you look at social media, for what this is worth, there's a turning of the tide just based off of the one presser.
Well, here's what I'm going to say is winning the opening presser is pretty easy.
Oh, we've had a lot of those with the Chicago Bears.
Well, I mean, we've had a lot with the Chicago Bears.
A lot of those. A lot of, all right, you won the press conference.
But it's like, okay, winning that opening press conference is massively important. We've seen what happens when you don't. Lasagna. But
go fight in the line.
It's easy to win the opening presser, and I think that naturally the characteristics of fans is ultimately most of us, we do want hope. Like we do want to believe. And so Mike McCarthy gets announced. Art Rooney has to come out after they announce him and basically say, no, guys, we are excited. Like this is going to be good. Like that's not a good sign.
No.
And then he has this presser, and I do think the majority of fans are like, okay, let's give him a shot. Maybe it will work.
Here's why I think the tide turns a little bit, or why people are starting to come around a little bit on McCarthy. This is the first time that I can recall where he comes off as human, as somebody who's like, otherwise it's just football coach brain, and that's all you would ever get out of McCarthy, pregame, postgame, that was it. This is the first time I can recall, even with the Super Bowl run, of like, here's this real emotional thing, like scars and all from a head coach. That's a big deal for Steelers fans to feel like this guy's got to be real. Whoever it was that was going to follow Tomlin, they got to get a real one. So
I'd rather have one that wins.
Oh, you're so mean.
Well, here's the thing. Cool story. But at the end of the day, same thing. What are we doing? What is the vision? What is the hope? What is the goal? I think this is a swing and a miss. Maybe not.
If we lost today, and I would kill myself probably.
Don't do that, Steelers fans. Don't feel that way.
My goodness.
We don't want that.
There's a few confusing hires that happened. Buffalo hiring Joe Brady.
Yeah, I don't like that one. To move on from McDermott and you just promote that. Here's what that tells me is
nothing happened.
We missed on A, B, C, and D. And
they're
so
the
there you
same
go,
building they were.
Yeah, exactly.
2 weeks ago.
Give me a break. Yeah.
So there's some confusing stuff, and there's a lot of really good coaches still out there. But I don't know. Good for Mike, but
you're still making the fart noise at it. You're still. Oh goodness gracious.
As a hire, I don't get it.
All right.
I
just wanted to see if maybe it pulled on your. You're a very loving man. You love people. I thought that this might sway your opinion. Instead, you just poo-pooed the guy. That's okay.
I mean, there's some good questions have come in. Who texted this in? Was it the 217 texter? Who's the best quarterback Tomlin has had since Big Ben?
Couldn't tell you.
Who?
Yeah.
Probably Rodgers.
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Probably.
Whew.
It's not great.
That's rough.
That's not great. He never got a chance to develop Howard. He's got Will. They had Will Howard sitting there. He was supposed to be something, right? Yeah. Hey, Evan.
Not going Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett. He ended up with one of the 30 quarterbacks with the Browns, and now I don't know where Pickett is. He's somewhere in the NFL.
Somewhere out west.
Somewhere out west, probably. Yeah, that's where they all go, out west. Evan Duck.
Curtis's curveballs.
You didn't move a muscle.
Not worried.
Should be. These are extra special today. Extra curveball, real quick. A man in Poland had to be rescued by the fire department after becoming wedged inside the washing machine of his home while playing hide and seek with his children.
Been there.
I knew you had. I had a feeling if I told you this. Did you have to negotiate with the kids like an allowance to get out of the washing machine? Because this guy did.
I do have quite a hide and seek story. No, wait, what did he do? He had to negotiate?
Yeah, the kids wouldn't let him out unless he upped their allowance. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Would have turned it on.
Yeah. Should have turned it on. According to a survey in an Italian psychology magazine, most Italians feel more guilty about overeating than they do about cheating on their partners. Gabagool. Did you see The Sopranos? Come on. You didn't see The Sopranos. I think Tony would feel a little worse about overeating. Now, that means like the most guilt-ridden, and I can say this as an Italian, the most guilt-ridden Italians, it's the men who cheat on their wives with women that own all-you-can-eat pizza parlors. They're like Italian buffets. Like, that's where it gets bad. Valentine's Day Zoo fundraisers, the Bronx Zoo. Just wanted you to know this. The Bronx Zoo, Chicago's Brookfield Zoo, Birmingham, Alabama Zoo, and others have brought back their famous Name a Roach Valentine's fundraiser. Anyone can symbolically name a Madagascar hissing cockroach after a loved one or of an ex. They will not kill the cockroach, though, on your behalf. Here's one that's gross. Study out of the University of Manchester analyzed the microbial contents of 10 household pillows with ages ranging from 18 months to 20 years. Researchers found more than 1 million spores and up to 16 species of fungi, including bread and shower molds, in each pillow. When's the last time you washed your pillow, buddy?
Like the pillow itself or the case?
Pillow itself.
Are you supposed to wash the pillow itself?
You gotta wash yes, you're supposed to wash the pillow.
The whole pillow?
The whole damn pillow needs to get washed at some point. Never done it, huh?
Not once in my life.
All right, well, that leads me to this question, Evan. Can you guess? Americans use over 16,000 tons of this a year. What is it?
Mulch.
Close. It's mulch for your headaches, aspirin. So if you're breathing in
not
mold,
close at all.
It's close. It's close. If you got a bunch of mold spores going in, you're going to get a headache. You're not going to feel good. God bless it.
Wow.
I was so close to getting upset with you there in that segment.
You ready?
Those are your curveballs.
I got a curveball.
Throw one at me.
Is Bill Belichick a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Come on. You know I'm going to say yes, and then you're going to come back and say no. You're for some other. I don't even know.
Do you say yes?
Yeah, I'm saying yes. Of course he is.
Officially, Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
According to who? Come on, who's messing with Belichick?
ESPN. The voting came in. He fell short of being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, then who are these haters that are mad at Belichick for having a 25-year-old girlfriend? Who are these ugly hideous, dorky sports writers that are like,
listen,
no way, Bill. Yeah.
Whose PR game has fallen off faster than Bill Belichick's? Because
it was never that great to begin with.
Hey, when he was winning Super Bowls with old Brady, it was pretty good, but he did not make the Hall of Fame.
Say that again.
First ballot.
Who didn't? Say it again.
Bill Belichick.
Well, you just told me that news. Yes.
Yeah.
You know
he did not make. I'm stunned by this because I'm with you. He is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm telling you, some angry nerds out there. That's what did this. Just angry nerds.
What are we doing?
I don't know. What the hell are we doing? You know? What are we? Where is it?
You have no manners.
Sports writers that left Belichick out.
Give him a heater. You have no manners.
That's all I got to say. Yeah, even if you're not a Belichick fan, how can you? He doesn't belong in the Hall. He's not first ballot. That's crazy.
NFL coaching record of 333 and 178, including playoffs. Second all-time to Don Shula's 347 victories.
Not first ballot.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
What the hell?
Yep, I'll hit all the buttons. Hit all of them.
Get them all.
Hey, coming up in less than 10 minutes, we will have the official schedule for Fighting Illini football, and that'll be we know who they're playing. We'll have the official schedule coming up in just a few, so keep it locked for that. Also, Tuesday means Tuesday draft, as I knock stuff around because I don't give a care, because we got something important to talk about right now. Busey, fine sponsor of the drive. Thank you, Evan, for taking care of the phone line for us. Can't do the drive, can't do Tuesday draft, can't bring you the Illini football schedule without support from our friends at Busey, who are ready to help you with your retirement plans. Retirement can be overwhelming. Social Security may not provide enough income for your retirement years, and fewer employers offer a traditional company pension that guarantees you a specific income retirement. Why can't I say specific income retirement?
I nailed this read yesterday.
You did. There's no way you nailed this read yesterday.
I nailed this read yesterday.
Grief.
Cooper, how'd I do? I nailed it.
Cooper's mic's off. How'd he do with this read yesterday?
Pretty good.
Are you serious?
Yes.
With all the wackiness going on, he nailed this read?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Busey, let me tell you, I'm about to nail the rest of this read. Cooper, your mic's off. Here's how they can help you. Determine retirement income needs. Don't just discuss retirement income as a percentage of your current income. Instead, estimate your annual retirement expenses using your current expenses as a guide. Also, calculate the gap, how much you're going to need versus how much you're spending now and in the future. Build your retirement fund, map out a savings plan, and put it in action. It's never too early to start. You can start today. And if possible, arrange to automatically save a certain amount each month, reducing the risk of impulsive or unwise spending. Understand your investment options. Contact the professionals at Busey Wealth Management. They can assist you in selecting investments that are appropriate for your goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. Thank you again to Busey for sponsoring the drive. Boom! How'd I do on that one, Cooper?
It was good.
Thank you. Dynamite drop in, Monty. It was good.
He just wants his mic on.
I want my mic. I want his mic off. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. All right, Tuesday draft coming up next. Super Bowl spreads on the drive.
Okay, dedicated diesel. We have something to tell you today, I guess, huh?
Oh, yeah. I guess what's the saying that life imitates sport or sport imitates life or whatever. And we went through an NIL period. The portal was open and we've done a reset. We've signed a new mechanic in the shop, Austin. Doing great. We've got another guy coming in, Alex, so we're bringing in the A-team. And we've got a Florida person through the transfer portal, Melissa. She's working out great. She's our Jake Davis. She talks a lot, high IQ, and just high energy all the time. So we're putting together a real good team there. We're going to come out with a new and improved dedicated diesel. Safety lane's going to be open. We're there now for DOT and federal inspections, repairs, tires. We're going to open up the whole thing. Federal inspections are an annual inspection for any commercial vehicle that crosses state lines. A person has to have a DOT number for a commercial vehicle, and we can do those federal inspections now.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
The great loud venues in college basketball.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Back, this place an absolute powder.
It is. Talk about tough buildings, right?
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
Boswell left hand and one.
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
The St. Joseph Ogden FFA auction will be held on Saturday, February 7th.
Dinner and the silent auction begin at 5, followed by the live auction at 6 at St. Joseph Ogden High School. No tickets are needed. Everyone is welcome.
Our auction includes a full selection of live and silent auction items, giving everyone plenty of opportunities to participate and support the event.
This is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and all proceeds directly support the SJO FFA chapter.
For more auction details, visit our Facebook page, St. Joseph Ogden FFA.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Draft day, it's ESPN Radio 93.5. This is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Before we get into our Tuesday draft about the Super Bowl spread, got to answer a couple of texts. One of the curveballs was about how filthy your pillows are. Just in general, people in general, our pillows. Matt in Sydney says, I had the same pillow from when I was a kid. Really grossed my wife out. Took her years to get it away from me. She told me half the weight of the pillow was dead cells and bugs. Ooh. Well, she may not be wrong. Also, shout out to our guy, Big Def, on the text line. He sent in a wonderful image from Ghostbusters. I collect spores, molds, and fungus. It's one of my favorite lines in that movie. It's always the quiet ones. And also, Johnny Camargo, he says, can you guys clarify your position on the Buffalo OC being a bad choice for head coach? Yet I think I remember you supporting the idea of Nathan Shieldhouse, the quarterback's coach, being a head coach. I may not be remembering correctly. All right, well, here's my position on it, John. Here's why I think it's not a great hire. Because I don't think it changes anything whatsoever. If the whole issue is you've only gotten so far with the offense, yes, Cousin Josh is incredible, and the Bills are going to, they're going to keep winning with that offense, but does it get you any closer? If the whole point was, we've only gotten this close so many times, we haven't gotten over the hump, I don't see Joe Brady being the guy that's going to do that. He's been a part of this whole scheme from the get-go. However, one person in this building, Evan Stone, not you, said they love the hire. Cooper. Uncle, nephew. Coop, what do you mean you love what do you mean you love the hire, Coop?
I just feel like the offense isn't the problem here with the Bills. That's never been the problem. The defense has been the problem in the playoffs, and I don't really see there being an issue in maintaining that sense of continuity with, play calling and keeping that play caller with your MVP caliber quarterback.
So who do you bring in? Do you bring in a new DC then?
I mean, yeah, now you have to. Yeah. I don't have any names like that I'm jumping off the page, but I mean, when you look back at the playoffs, defensive points per game allowed, it's not great. And I think that the offense, remember that game against the Chiefs when Josh Allen led them on multiple game tying or potentially winning drives, the defense just couldn't hold it up. So
always blaming the defense.
Well, blame who sucks, I guess. So no, I just think if you make this move, you need a whole culture shift if you want to win.
Something. It just I don't know if lateral move is the right word for it, and could be wrong. Could be mistaken.
It's not even lateral. It's
But
like
it feels like
it's neutral. It's
Yeah.
stagnant. It's like we're staying the same.
You did nothing, to me. But it feels like we missed and missed and missed. Here's what I don't know about. I don't know if I ever said head coach for Shieldhouse. Like I wanted him to be a head coach now.
Because that's our guy.
Well, but no, as a straight up offensive coordinator, I think that opportunity is clearly there for him, and he's a part of that coaching tree, the McVay coaching tree. I think he's going to be a killer OC in the making. I don't know if he's ready to be a head coach yet, but definitely an offensive coordinator somewhere.
Also, Joe Brady has not been there for those offensive runs. Like, he only became OC this year after they fired their offensive coordinator, right? And he was the quarterback coach before that. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting. There it goes, hits the screen. Bill Belichick, not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Whatever.
Breaking news.
Nerds.
Yeah, and we do have a clarifying question. I think it was Randy, Anonymous Randy.
Our guy, Anonymous Randy.
Texted in and said, wait, how can Belichick be eligible? I thought you had to be out for 5 years. Coaches only have to be out for 1 year.
Yeah.
You have to be inactive for 1 season. Coaches, GMs, front office folk. And then once you're out for a year, you're eligible for Hall of Fame.
And also, speaking of coaches, I was a little bummed to see that Phillip Rivers withdrew his name from consideration. Maybe that's why Brady got the head coaching job in Buffalo, because Rivers was like, you know what? I think I want to play 1 more year. Never mind, guys. I don't want to be the head coach here. See if Indy wants me for another year. What do you think? No? Just me? All right. Hey, Tuesday draft. Let's get into it. Super Bowl spread. If you're not familiar, every Tuesday we do a different draft. It is now snake-style draft in 2026. And because we have Nephew Cooper here, he will be a part of it as well. Although you've said some controversial things today, Cooper. I don't know. We've only had you. You've only been a part of this for a month now overall, and you're really the hot takes are just from you have been incredible. I got to say.
I'm just being me.
Just being you. Hey, just win, baby. All right. Evan is always in charge of the draft order, which means there's always a chance for some chicanery. And we always welcome you to chime in as well, 217-359-2255 on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Also, we put up our draft picks on the socials at The Drive 935 on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. Also on the ESPN 93.5 Facebook page. You vote there for your favorites. We tally them up in 24 hours, and we let you know who wins. There's the sound
effect. First overall pick, Cooper.
Cooper gets the first pick in the draft. Okay. Oops. By the way, I won last week. Did you put that tally up on the board, sir?
Curtis, second overall pick.
I don't like picking second. All right, that means you're third.
Second of all, I'm not in charge of your tallies.
Yeah, but did you put it up there? Because I couldn't find. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Enough talk. Time for action. Cooper with the first overall pick in our Tuesday draft, your Super Bowl spread. We know you're not taking pizza. Well, at least we thought you weren't, but maybe you are now. What are you taking with the first pick?
I'm not. So we're doing 1 drink, correct?
Oh, yes. Some rules. 1 drink. We got to have 1 beverage. You can pick that wherever you want, or maybe we save that till the end, Whatever.
Okay.
Let's save drinks to the end. Last pick, drinks. What do you think?
Last pick?
Yeah, you want to go last pick drinks, or you want to?
We're just switching up the rules all over the place. But sure, I'm just here. It's not my week.
That changes up my strategy.
No, you know what? You take drinks wherever you want. Take drinks wherever you want. Forget it. Forget what I said.
I should have said yes because I have the last pick in the last round.
Whatever.
I have the first pick in the last round.
Just get to drafting, okay? Let's just draft.
All right. With the
Who cares? I don't care.
First overall pick, I'm taking beer.
Beer. Okay. Well, what kind of beer?
Hold on. You gotta.
Coors Light.
Coors Light. Okay. A college man, if I ever heard one. With the first overall pick in the Super Bowl spread, Cooper is taking beer. That means I am now on the clock, sir, and I'm not even going to wait. All right? You ready?
Yeah.
Buffalo wings. I want buffalo wings at my Super Bowl party. And I don't care if you want ranch or blue cheese. I'll have both there for you to dip it in, but I'm going to have some buffalo wings on Super Bowl Sunday. That is my first pick.
That's tough to lose, beer and buffalo wings before I even get to go.
Well, you lost Coors Light, you know?
Yeah, which, for the record,
yep.
And we'll leave it open to the Maxwell City Recycling text line, who they agree with. I said once someone took beer should be off the board.
You think?
But they all said, no, you can specify. And then so since Coop took Coors Light, I guess I'm going to go ahead and take Miller Lite.
With your first pick, you're going Miller Lite?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, that's fine. It's snake style, so now you can take some food.
So now with my second pick, I am going to go a little rogue here.
Ooh.
This is really, honestly, just one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't care. I tell you when we do food stuff, I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm just taking my favorites. Italian beef.
Oh, that's a good one. That was on my list. On my list for the Super Bowl spread. All right.
Yep.
217-359-2255 if you would like to chime in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. With my second pick, I'm not even going to wait for this to go away. Nachos. I want nachos. A big heaping pile of nachos. Give me everything. I don't want olives in my nachos, though. You want olives in your nachos, you go to a different Super Bowl party. They're not going to be in mine. But everything, jalapenos, beef, cheese, sour cream, tomato, all that stuff, sauce, it's all in there.
Okay.
Just no olives, all right? Coop, you're back up, sir.
All right, I'm going with buffalo chicken dip.
All right.
That was a good one.
That's a good one, too.
I was hoping it would make it back to me. I didn't think you would take it after already taking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty darn good, Coop.
That's a good one.
Snake style, so that means Coop's got another go, right?
Yeah, that is what that means.
That's what that means, right? Yeah, I'm just making sure it's still his turn.
I'm going with sliders.
What kind of sliders? Whoa. What kind of sliders? We got to be specific here.
All right, I'll go with cheeseburger sliders.
Cheeseburger sliders off the board.
Are there more sliders?
Yeah, man. You could have all sorts of. You could have chicken sliders. You could have ham and cheese sliders. Yeah. Anything that's a tiny sandwich is a slider.
See, I think that does go with our typical rule where sliders are now off the board.
Sliders are now off the board. Okay. Man, I'm a little. Whew, okay. All right. Do I want to take one of my personal favorite? Nah. I'm gonna keep it rolling. I'm gonna keep it rolling with the snacks that I want. You took Italian beef, that's all right. That's fine. You took that off the board. I am going to go with mozzarella sticks for my next pick, sir. Mozzarella sticks is that my third pick? Some delicious marinara sauce.
Yep. Okay, so I get the little snake here. Yes.
I'm laughing at a text from Michael on the text line. Michael says, after a win, I heard Ty Cobb loved cold Miller Lite and Italian beef.
And punching women. That's just killing guys in Detroit. That's all Ty Cobb did, all right? For my third pick, I'm going to take Ty Cobb, corn on the cob. No, I'm just...
corn on the cob. Yes.
Yeah.
It's blood-soaked corn that you can eat.
Nope. Okay, for my third pick, I'm going to take pizza rolls.
Ooh, good one. Yeah.
And for my...
Oh, my God.
And for my fourth pick, why am I blanking? My gosh.
You can't remember what you're going to...
What the hell?
The little wieners in barbecue sauce.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pigs in a blanket.
Don't tell him what it is,
no,
Cooper.
No, not pigs in a blanket. That's what those are really good, though. No,
Come on. You can't think of...
I'm going to
say... You winner. Throw the damn ball.
Let's go.
Barbecue sauce wieners. That's what I'm going to say. Little mini beanie weenies. Beanie weenies. I just wrote wieners on the list, so...
Oh, we'll go with that. This is the dumbest and best thing ever. I'm having way too much fun with this. All right.
Smoky Dogs. That's the one.
Oh, man. Okay. Boy, Michael and Charleston really took me out with the Ty Cobb text. That really got to me. Where am I? What am I? Who am I?
It's your fourth pick.
Well, it's my fourth pick. I'm gonna save my booze for last.
Yeah, because no one else can take one.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. Well, with this one, I got my wings. I got my, what else did I take? I got my mozzarella sticks and I got my nachos. So this last one is a personal favorite. It's kind of like you said. I'm not always going to take what everybody else, but this is my favorite. Potato skins. I got to have some taters, sir. I want potato skins. Bacon, cheese, sour cream. That is what I'm taking with my 4th pick in our Tuesday draft. I don't think Ty Cobb ever had a potato skin, I don't think they had those back then.
He had different kind of skins.
Oh, I bet he did. Cooper, what's your final pick, sir?
Well, he's got 2. He's got 2 left.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
All right. Snake it.
With the first one, I'm going to go, I said it earlier, pigs in a blanket.
Okay, he is going to get pigs in a blanket. Not the beanie weenies.
And then with my last pick, I'm going to go chips and guac.
It's nachos adjacent. Yeah.
I don't like guac, so that's my thing. I'm out on guac.
You and I are in the minority on that. No, we're not guac guys.
Yeah, out on guac.
Mm-hmm. It's a texture thing for me.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the texture of guacamole, but that's just me. All right, so this is my final pick. I got to take some booze of some sort here.
It doesn't have to be booze.
Well, I know it's a beverage.
You can take any beverage.
It's a beverage. It's a beverage.
Diet Cola.
I thought about that. I really like cherry Coke. I thought about that, having a cherry pop of some sort, but I'm not going to do that because I know I'm going to want to have some beer as well. But I'm going to go a different route than you two. Yep. All right, you went Miller Lite, and he went Coors Light.
Yep.
Here's what I'm getting. I'm going with a local favorite, a Riggs Hefeweizen. That's what I want. I'm getting Riggs Hefeweizen, Riggs beer, for my Super Bowl spread, sir. I do love a good hef. That's my choice. Final pick, Evan Stone.
Yeah, I'm looking at my list. I have a heavy list.
So you thinking something light like a dessert?
Well, I was thinking, but I think I'm gonna keep going heavy.
Okay.
And just
right,
let's
do it, baby.
Lay the chips where they lie.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with pepperolis.
Like the pepperoni roll-ups?
Yeah.
Pepperolis. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very, very good. And that will conclude our Tuesday draft. So let's run through it again. What did cousin nephew Coop get?
I'm confused on Anonymous Randy's question.
Anonymous Randy on the text line said, "How are you going to have mozzarella sticks? You bringing an oven?" No, I'm not bringing it, Randy. I'm going to cook them in the one in my house. That's what I'm going to do.
We were just doo-doo.
We all have ovens in our homes.
You think because we work in radio that we don't have any damn ovens in our homes? You think we're that poor? No. We got ovens.
This isn't a tailgate, Randy.
Yeah, we're not tailgating nothing. No.
Just
we're at home. It's going to be, how cold it is right now? It's still going to be cold in a week. 2 weeks.
Nephew Coop took Coors Light, buffalo chicken dip, cheeseburger sliders, pigs in a blanket, and chips and guac. Papa Curtis took buffalo wings, nachos, mozzarella sticks, potato skins, and Riggs Hefeweizen.
It's a lot of cheese now that I hear that list back. It's a lot of cheese in my list.
And then I took, yours truly, Mom Evan. Is that what I am, right?
Mama Evan.
Am I Mom?
Mama Evan, yeah.
Sure. I took Miller Lite, Italian beef, pizza rolls. I still just have wieners down. I got a
Beanie Weenies.
Beanie Weenies. That's not it either. I got something better. Small wieners and pepperolis is what I'm going with. So
all right, not one of us took a dessert, and that's okay. We don't need it.
I don't think I go to when I go to Super Bowl parties, I'm not thinking about dessert.
You're not thinking like, oh, I hope there's cookies and cupcakes.
Yeah,
no,
it's something you want something heartier. You know, I think we missed some things. We left chili off the board. We left baked potato soup.
We didn't have any sort of soups, did we?
No soups. Cooper just gave me a look like, you don't know baked potato soup?
I know what it is, but soup at a Super Bowl party? I think I like finger food.
No? Never had chili? Never been to one where somebody made some chili?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
You're going to the wrong party,
and
bro.
then, if you want, you can take the chili and you can put it on some of the other stuff that you've got at the Super Bowl party.
I could get down with that.
There you go. 217-359-2255. Butch says you deep fry the sticks. Yeah, if you got a Fry Daddy. Do they still make Fry Daddies? We had one back in the day. If you got a Fry Daddy at home.
I never had a Fry Daddy.
We had a Fry Daddy. A lot of grease got spilled on the walls at my house in Paris.
Heath said, shocked that nobody picked chicken wings.
What?
That was Curtis's first pick.
That was my first
Heath.
pick, Heath. Come on now.
Yeah.
Stick with me, baby. Bone in, too. None of those nuggets. I didn't say nuggets. I said wings.
Wings. Now, the question is, I really wanted to say you have to pick drums or flats.
Both. You can't make me choose. I love them both.
I'll choose.
I'll go 50-50.
You can keep all them drums. Give me the flats.
I'll eat them both.
Give me the flats.
I do lean drums. But
do you really?
Yeah, I lean drums.
Weird.
Nah, man.
Give me the flats.
So,
yeah, Coors Light, Buffalo Dip, cheeseburger sliders, pigs in a blanket, chips and guac for Coop. Kurt took buffalo wings, nachos, mozzarella sticks, potato skins, and Riggs Hefeweizen. And Ev took Miller Lite, Italian beef, pizza rolls, wieners, and pepperonis. Why can I not think of what? Smoke. Someone said them. Smoke.
Beanie Weenies. No, that's good. You're fine. It's fine right there.
We did not call them Beanie Weenies growing up.
Franks
we called
and
them
Beans.
Smokies.
Yeah, Franks and Beans.
Smokies is what we call them.
Little
Smokies.
Little Smokies. Is that what you want them to be? Little Smokies?
Let me get rid of my wieners. And I'm going to go Lil Smokies.
What did we miss? Let us know on the Max Twin City Recycling text line 217-359-2255. Vote on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. And we will tally up the votes. We'll come back tomorrow and see who has the best Super Bowl spread. It's The Drive.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations. Through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future. Because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Rescue workers face death every day, and far too often their families lose them while they're helping you on the road. When you see emergency lights flashing, you must slow down and move over to the far lane. That includes red, blue, and orange lights. If you hit someone on the road, you'll be charged with a felony. That means jail time. Help us keep our families safe when we're out helping yours. When the lights are flashing, use caution passing. Let's all go home safe tonight.
Brought to you by Tapman's Towing.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Tuesday is draft day as we are waiting on the Fighting Illini football schedule for 2026 to be released. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. This is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. The texts are rolling in. Our Tuesday draft, your Super Bowl spread. We know who's playing in the Super Bowl. We got Seattle and New England. But what are you going to eat?
Well, now this is what each of our menus are, and then you all get to pick which house you're going to go to for the Super Bowl.
There you go. We all have ovens for what that's worth.
And we do all have ovens and are ready to go.
I mean, we're assuming, Coop, you have an oven at your place, right?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
So, John and Camargo, what are pepperolis? Come on, man. They're kind of, they're like little rolls.
Yeah.
Little bread dough filled with pepperoni and cheese.
Yeah. They don't usually have pizza sauce in them, right? It's just usually the pepperoni and cheese and the bread.
But you can add whatever. They're basically like little tiny handheld calzones.
That's a good way of describing them.
Little mini calzone. They're calzone sliders.
Yeah. 217 texter says, right there with you, Evan, on flats. He's not he or she in the 217. They love their wings with flats.
Yeah, and I don't know what restaurant you're going to that'll tell you that, but you should probably not go there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're saying not nice things to our
Listen,
217 texter.
if they will not differentiate between drums and flats, they're not a real place. Because everybody knows like flats is superior. Everybody knows. If you go to Harvest Market, they'll give you only flats if you asked.
Well, that's nice of them. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, now I know. Now I got to go to Harvest Market and get some wings.
Yeah. So, full disclosure, because we've got some etched in stone picks we're going to get to.
Yeah.
Ball schedule for the next year.
Yep.
They just hit Iowa. And so we've seen a couple of teams that Illini are on their schedule, but we've yet to get the full Illini schedule.
So November 21st, as you mentioned, Iowa, they'll be coming
to Champaign.
So that'll probably be the last game of the year at home for the Illini. Coop, you got something over there?
I thought I did, but they're just advertising Illinois football's new video board.
It's a big one. It's a big video board. I
don't know if you heard. It's going to be large. So we're going to do...
Yeah, there was. I saw it pop up.
I have this full schedule if you guys want.
All right, let's go. Breaking news.
All
right, we already knew weeks 1 through 3 is non-con. You have UAB, then Duke, then SIU, all at Geese Memorial Stadium. Week 4, Big Ten opener. The boys will be traveling to Columbus to take on Ohio State. Week 5, host Purdue. Week 6, at Michigan State. Week 7, bye. Week 8, Oregon at home. Week 9, you're on the road against Maryland. Week 10, you're hosting Nebraska. Week 11, you're traveling to UCLA. Week 12, you host Iowa, and the last game of the season is at Northwestern at their new stadium in Evanston.
All right, so to recap that again, that's breaking news. This is your Fighting Illini Football 2026 schedule.
Dang.
And again, you start the year at home September 5th with UAB. Next week, Duke on the 12th, and then SIU, Salukis coming to town on the 19th, and those are all three your non-con, as you said, at home, Coop. Week 4 on the road at Ohio State. Woo, buddy, September 26th. Back home for Purdue on October 3rd. Then the next week, week 6, you're at Michigan State on the 10th. Week 7 is a bye week for the Illini. When they return, they're back home, taking on Oregon. Then on the road at Maryland on Halloween. Nebraska at home for week 10. At UCLA week 11. Iowa, as we said, week 12. And then they wrap up the year at Northwestern on November 28th.
So first look, you alternate your Big Ten schedule. So you go away, home, away, home, away, home, away, home, away, home.
Yep.
So when you look at a balanced schedule, you don't have any prolonged away trips.
Nope.
You look at a tailgating schedule, and when you get to the Big Ten season, you've got 2 home games in October, and then 2 home games in November.
That's I'm right there with you on that side.
So it's going to be a little chilly for your tailgating. But my gut pick, and we'll dive into this deeper tomorrow, I'm assuming, when we actually all have time to kind of break it down and figure out what's going on.
Absolutely.
But my gut pick right now, give me another 9-3 season.
I'm gonna think about it. I'm not gonna jump in just yet.
Weak. All right. Weak. No, don't do it now. You already made your choice.
All right, they're gonna go undefeated. Undefeated. There you go. I made my choice. Undefeated. Start planning the parade now, and we'll all be happy campers. Hey, Evan.
We need money.
We need it. You are on a heater of heaters. Anybody that's doubted you, eating some crow over the last week and change. What's your record like? 20-4?
20-4 over the last week. We are 26-14 overall in the year of our Lord 2026.
Let's go.
We did go 1-2 last night. It was some interesting games. That was also while I was trying to produce the show, and I did no research. We just guessed. We just guessed.
See? It's not so easy what I do over here. Everyone thinks.
It's not. It's
dumb
not.
Radio guy over there.
Dumb radio guy. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Couple plays tonight. First one is this. UMass, the fighting formerly known as Caliparis.
The fighting Caliparis, yes.
Are traveling to Miami, Ohio, the Redhawks, your favorite school.
I do like that name.
Miami, Ohio is one of 3 undefeated teams left in college basketball. They are 13-4 against the spread this year.
Yeah.
UMass is not a very good basketball team, and Miami, Ohio at home is sitting as a 9.5-point favorite. I'm going to take Miami, Ohio minus 9.5 to continue the trend. Etch it in stone.
I like it. Redhawks have helped me out quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
Some of my parlays. So
yeah, they're doing good.
I like it.
Okay. Creighton is traveling to Marquette.
Yep.
We've done pretty good with Marquette this year.
Yes, indeed.
And fading Marquette. Marquette is 4-16-1 against the spread this season. Creighton shows up. I mean, they're fighting for their NCAA tournament lives. I don't know if they're going to make it. Big East is weird.
It is weird.
But I'm going to take Creighton minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5. All right.
So Creighton to win by at least 2 points to keep that trend going for Marquette. Etch it in stone.
Okay. Creighton plus 1.5 or minus 1.5 rather. I apologize.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Let's go. The game of the night.
Woo!
Nebraska at Michigan.
This is a big deal, man.
Tipping off in just over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
This is a funny line because Michigan is an 11.5-point favorite. They have lost 5 straight when it comes to the spread. So they've not covered 5 straight games. However, Nebraska has some injury issues. Their freshman Frager, who's been awesome this year, he's game time decision. I don't know. Maybe it's come out. Last I checked, they did not think he was going to play, but they weren't sure. So I'm going to stay away from that line. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the Nebraska and Michigan under 156.5. Etch it in stone.
All right. You know what? I like it. 2 teams with strong defense. Yeah. I mean, I know they can both score, but
all right,
strength is the defense. I like it.
We're going to go with another one that's been helping us all year. Give me my gross hot key.
Uh-oh.
Toledo is traveling to Akron.
Oh, boy.
The fighting John Grosses. Akron is a 12.5-point favorite. I'm riding Akron forever, baby. Give me Akron minus 12.5. Etch it in stone.
The fighting John Grosses. All right.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do these last ones quick because I got 3 more.
3 more. Holy cow.
Here we go. New Mexico at UNLV. The fighting Dre Gibbs Lawhorns. He's killing it down there.
Uh-huh.
He's having an awesome season. New Mexico is 14-5 at hitting the over this year. They've gone over in 5 straight games. So I'm going to take the New Mexico and UNLV over 155.5. Etch it in stone. All right. Michigan State traveling to Rutgers.
Yeah, not feeling it.
Michigan State is
sound effect.
Was that good?
That was good.
That wasn't even a button.
No, that was you. That
Michigan
was
State is, I believe, 5-14 going under. I don't see Rutgers putting up a whole lot of points against Michigan State, so I'm going to take the under 137.5 for Michigan State, Rutgers, etch it in stone. All right. The battle we're all waiting for, Eastern Michigan traveling to Central Michigan.
Yes, we are.
Right now, Eastern Michigan, this is a tough one because they're 14-5 against the spread, and they are 5-14 at hitting the under. So we're going to two-way this. We're going to parlay.
Okay.
Both trends. Eastern Michigan -3.5 and under 138.5. Etch that big bad boy in stone.
Etch it all the way in stone.